What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Pursuit of Destiny podcast. It's me, Ricky Jones Jr., back again for another episode in which I'm excited to talk to you all, largely because I've done some research, okay? I'm excited to talk about this subject of rest and how necessary and important it is for us to rest well and to live a life that does consist of rest. And for those that don't know, what we do on Tuesday is a deeper dive or a further explanation of the Monday affirmation. So if you did miss that, I do recommend you to go check that out. However, we are here today to talk about just that, resting well. Okay. And so we break it down, like I said. And so the first line says, I recognize the importance of rest. Now that right there says a mouthful because it takes on the idea and thought that you know, right? We know the importance of rest. And in order to know the importance of rest, we have to do a little research about rest. Okay, now rest is something that we all do as humans, right? We all have to take part in rest, sleeping, napping, whatever it is. However, upon doing some research, I realized there is different stages of rest necessary pertaining to your age group. Now, starting from like kids, they require obviously more rest, more sleep than older people. However, younger people, like it's stages to the thing. And I'm not going to get into the younger group because that's not who is watching this here podcast. I'm going to talk to you. Yes. And so what is recommended, what research says is that it is recommended for us to have at least 7 hours. Well, I won't say at least. Between 7 to 9 hours is like the standard amount of rest necessary for the average adult, the average human. Now, I'm going to say rest because we're going to talk about different things other than sleep. But when I'm talking about rest right now, I'm talking about sleeping at night. From 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Now, think about it. When is the last time you had between 7 to 9 hours of sleep? Yeah, no, I mean, it does say some adults can get by with 6 hours of sleep. However, 7 to 9 is recommended. And you may be wondering, how do I know if I need 6, 7, 8, or 9 hours of sleep? Well, think about how you go about the day. After you've taken, let's say, a 7-hour rest at night, 7-hour sleep, how do you feel? Do you need caffeine in the morning to feel energized, to keep going? Are you foggy? Is your head not clear? Are your thoughts not churning? Is your memory not flowing? Are you forgetting different things? Are you trying to figure out things as you go? Like, what is your mode? How are you moving about? And that will help you to know, okay, let me add another hour. Let me add 30 minutes until you find that safe place, that right place where you wake up energized, ready, good to go. Now, you may be thinking, hey, how can I rest when I'm trying to build and expand all the different things that I'm doing? I'm telling you, rest is necessary. Here goes right here. This is the reason why. I'm going to read this part. When you sleep, your body undergoes a series of changes that enable the rest that is vital to your overall health. Sleep allows the brain and body to slow down and engage in processes of recovery, promoting better physical and mental performance the next day and over the long term. What happens when you don't sleep is that these fundamental processes are short-circuited, affecting thinking, concentration, energy levels, and mood. As a result, getting the sleep you need, 7 to 9 hours for adults and even more for children and teens, is crucial. And that comes from the Sleep Foundation, okay? That's some source. But more than anything, I read that to say those things are what is happening as you sleep. It's not just about trying to have a good dream. It's not just about trying to forget the day. No, it is your body's way of recovery. It is your body's way of releasing the bad, brain cells and things like that, and allowing for the good, the long-term memory, the short-term memory, the moods and the things like that. And even studies show that having a good night's rest, the proper amount of sleep at night, will allow for you to circumvent different diseases and things like that. I mean, it was even a long list. I don't even know if I took a picture of that one, but it was a long list. You should do your research. And I didn't bring that one up because I'm even trying to see. Nope, I didn't bring that one to the table because I didn't want to feel like or seem like I'm giving, this doctory type advice. Like, no, at the end of the day, sleep is important. Know that it's important, and we are resting well. Okay. And so, hey, recognizing the importance of rest, now we know it's not just for a thing, but it's for the whole thing, our body. It's for that. Just like water. Water is not just to quench a thirst. No, it's actually very vital to the body. But anyway, we're talking about rest. And then it goes on to say, my mind is at rest. What does it mean to have a mind at rest? Let me just read the other ones too. My mind is at rest, my spirit is at rest, and my soul is at rest. I love this part because it breaks down the dichotomy of man. We are both mind, spirit, we are soul, and we are body, right? When those things are at rest, we have total tranquility. And man, what a place to be in when we have total tranquility, because everything is at rest. Our mind is at rest. Our soul is at rest. Our thinkers, the choosers, and things like that is at rest. And we can do that when we don't allow for outside distractions, don't allow for different things that don't need to be in your circle, in your thought processes, in your surroundings, not even in your peripherals. Like, don't even allow it to be there so that you can be at rest. I'm able to do those things by like in and out of social media activities and things like that. I may get on to post things. I may get on to see maybe 10 things, but I'm off. I don't read too many long posts. I don't look at too much other mess and things like that. Just because I want to keep myself at rest. I want to keep my mind at rest. I want to keep my soul at rest. I want to keep my spirit at rest, because I don't need to be trying to combat different thoughts or, just certain things I just don't watch. Certain movies I just don't watch. I just want to stay at rest. I want to stay at peace. I want to have my peace, right? Certain conversations I just don't have. Certain people I just don't talk to. Why? Because I want to be at rest. What are the things that are causing restless nights? What are the things that are causing restless mindsets, right? And what does that mean? That means when you're just going through thoughts. And you know what it's like to go through thoughts. You're going through thoughts, having conversations with yourself of a conversation that you would have with somebody else. You even answering for somebody else and even giving answers to the questions that they're asking. Like, you know how it goes at the end of the day. But what we're saying is eliminate those opportunities, eliminate those times where those things can come up. Those things do come up for us all, but we are talking about being at rest, right? Having total rest. Our body is at rest. Sometimes you just have to sit down. Okay. Sometimes you need to stand up at the end of the day too. Like, hey, maybe sit down too long. Sometimes you just need to rest, right? Where is your rest place? That's my question for you. Where is your rest place? I know my rest place. My rest place is in a sauna. Like, I get some of the best moments with God, with self, with just, I'm at rest in the sauna, in the gym, after working out. Like, where is your spot? You should have a spot that you can go to. If it's not physically, it's mentally, but you go there and you have the rest necessary to have a great day, to have a great week, to have a great month, to have a great year, right? Have that place. Know what that place is, just in case you need to go and retreat so that you can get everything back in alignment with what is necessary for you to continue on, okay? So we talk about those three things, right? Spirit, soul, and body, which we did a podcast on those breakdowns. And then at the end of the day, it says, I rest well at night. And I'm going to start right there. I rest well at night. What does it mean to rest well at night? There are so many various studies that talks about various things that we can do to make sure that we do have a great night's rest. Some of the things says that maybe we should not be on computers, our phones, or looking at TVs 30 minutes prior to going to bed. Like, hey, that's a thing. And I think it's cool. I've tried it. Not always working out because I just do a lot, but I have noticed the difference when I do it, and largely because I'm not playing through the various things that I saw on those various platforms before I went to bed, nor am I like talking to people. And you know how you talk to people, you text somebody or you message somebody, you're just playing through what you should have said, what you could have said, and what you did say. And so those things are eliminated when you eliminate those mediums or even TV shows. Like, I know I have, but those experiences where you watch a movie and then you go to sleep and those scenarios show up in your dreams, or those scenarios are keeping you up at night and things like that. Well, eliminate those opportunities by eliminating the distractions of television, of the computer, of social media, of your phone before going to bed. That is a strategy. Chamomile tea, that's a thing that you can drink if that does help, if you do need the help to go to sleep, right? Reading, praying, meditating, breathing exercises are other things that you can do, other things that you should do so that you can rest well at night. Or you just tell your mind, which I do sometimes, hey, tonight we're going to sleep. tonight we're going to have a great night's rest. Tonight I am not going to think through tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this day by going to sleep and have a great night's rest. And sometimes giving myself that pep talk is all I need. And shortly thereafter, I will wake up to the sound of the alarm, ready to start a new day. And it is what it is. I can't do anything in bed the night before that is going to change anything for the day ahead. The only thing that I could do, which we have talked about before, is plan the day ahead the night before, which you probably wouldn't do that right before you go to bed, but just before you go to bed, make sure you plan out the next day so that you're already ready for the different things that you do want to do. And then lastly, it goes on to say, I wake up rejuvenated each day. Ladies and gentlemen, we can be rejuvenated, we can be refreshed, we can be renewed, we can be revitalized each and every day when we do those things, right? Don't just allow the night before or the moments before bed to be the moments where you get ready for bed. No, take the time throughout the day to be at rest. Take the time throughout the day to not allow distractions and things to come up in your mind, play through your thoughts, and just derail who you are, where you are in the moment that you're having. Okay, so we're gonna rest well throughout the day, and it's not just about sleeping, right? We talked about it in the beginning, but then as we talk through, we realize throughout the day we can rest well. We can rest well throughout meetings. We can rest well throughout interactions with clients and things like that. Whatever you do, you can rest well throughout the day. Okay, but it starts in the mind, and as the mind is right, the body will follow. So with that being said, great people, let's rest well this week. And as we do those practices and as we do those things this week, it'll lead us to doing it throughout consistently. And then we'll look up and be like, man, what a restful life I have, even in the midst of everything that is going on. Other people may be going through circumstances and situations, but I'm at rest. Okay, so again, find your spot. Make sure you allow for rest to take place. Sometimes, I know for me, and I'm gonna be done, I eliminate the phone, right? Or I give myself 3 minutes to be on the phone, and then I'm off the phone when I'm in the sauna, because I'm there to pray, to meditate, and to proceed about my day. So with that being said, do that in your spot, and then make sure you tune back in on Thursday. As you see, we start a little later this day. I'm like trying something new out, so let me know what you think about that if you do interact with the channel. But more than anything, I'll see you all on Thursday. Have a phenomenal day, whatever day this reaches you, and a great rest following. Okay, I love you all. I appreciate you all, and please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Great things are ahead of us, and I definitely look forward to having you a part of the journey. So with that being said, I love you all, and I will see you on the next episode. Or tune in, right? Follow us, all that, subscribe, all those different things like that. I appreciate it. Peace.